Not all thinking is helpful. Some thinking moves forward. Some thinking quietly traps the mind. Why this difference matters. Many people believe they overthink because they think too much, but the real issue is not how much they think. It's how. There is an important difference between deep thinking and rumination. They can feel similar, but they lead to very different outcomes. Understanding this difference changes how the mind relates to thought itself. What deep thinking looks like. Deep thinking is intentional. It has direction. It serves a purpose. Deep thinking is used to understand, plan, or decide. A question is explored, information is considered, then a conclusion is reached. Even if the conclusion is imperfect, the thinking moves forward. Deep thinking may take time, but it does not feel endlessly draining. There is a sense of progress, even when the answer is difficult. What rumination looks like. Rumination feels similar on the surface. Thoughts repeat, questions return, scenarios replay. But unlike deep thinking, rumination has no clear destination. The same ideas circle back again and again. No new insight appears. No decision is made. The mind stays active, but nothing changes. Rumination often feels productive, but it rarely is. Why rumination is so convincing? Rumination feels useful because it mimics problem solving. The mind stays focused. Attention feels engaged, but the focus is narrow, and the thinking is repetitive. Rumination often centers on what went wrong, what might go wrong, what should have been different. The mind is not exploring new information. It is replaying familiar material. This creates mental exhaustion without resolution. A simple way to tell the difference. One question helps separate deep thinking from rumination. Is this thought leading to action or clarity? Or is it repeating without progress? Deep thinking eventually leads somewhere. Rumination loops. Deep thinking opens options. Rumination narrows them. Deep thinking ends. Rumination does not. Why intelligent and reflective people ruminate more. People who ruminate are often highly reflective. They are good at noticing patterns. They are sensitive to nuance. They care about consequences. These traits support deep thinking, but without boundaries, they also support rumination. The mind keeps returning to the same questions, trying to reach certainty where none exists. This is not a flaw. It is an unregulated strength. The role of uncertainty. Deep thinking accepts uncertainty. Rumination resists it. When answers are incomplete, the mind can either move forward or keep circling. Rumination often begins when uncertainty feels unacceptable. The mind tries to think its way out of discomfort. But uncertainty is not a problem to solve. It is part of reality. What actually helps break rumination? The goal is not to stop thinking. The goal is to stop looping. One helpful step is setting a boundary. Allow time for thinking. Then stop. Not because everything is resolved, but because more thinking is no longer useful. Another helpful shift is action. Small action is enough. Action grounds the mind in the present, where rumination cannot survive for long. Changing the relationship with thought. Thoughts do not need to be argued with. They need to be noticed. When a thought repeats, it can be acknowledged without engagement. The mind learns that not every thought deserves attention. Over time, rumination loses its grip. Deep thinking is a strength. Rumination is what happens when that strength has no boundaries. The solution is not to think less. It is to think with intention. Some thoughts are meant to be followed. Others are meant to pass. When the difference becomes clear, the mind begins to feel lighter, and thinking becomes useful again.